Welcome everybody to another episode of Two's Company, Three's a Podcast, Newcastle's #1 film, TV and gaming podcast. We're available on all podcast platforms, but if you're listening to this, you found us. And if you found us, you found yourselves. My name is Dylan and as always with my co-host
Mitchell, and all aboard the London bus route because we are heading for 2C3 Port, George Reed's CFL record. That was beautiful, Dylan.
Thank you, that's why I wanted to get it right.
That was wonderful. I saw your last fight, Shorel. Spent as much time face down.
Start again.
Spent so much time face down, I thought the canvas had titties.
Say that whole thing again because I missed the first half.
I saw your last fight, Shorel. Spent as much time face down, I thought the canvas had titties.
Oh, the canvas had titties.
Yeah.
It's a boxing reference.
Yes.
Of some sort.
What kind of boxing movie?
Boxing movie. It's not the Hurricane because that's not comedy driven.
Neither's this one.
Oh, okay.
And it's not the Hurricane.
Yeah, Hurricane's a great movie. First movie I ever watched on DVD. The first time I got to experience a DVD, my brother and I watched it on repeat for like a week. I was like, this is clear as fuck. But I've got no idea.
I think you might get it if you're feeling lucky.
Oh, okay. It's a Dirty Harry Clint Eastwood boxing movie I haven't seen.
Oh, $1 Million Baby.
Oh,
I know. I'm like, come on.
Okay, yes.
I literally
Hilary
gave
Swank.
that away. Yeah, exactly. That was Hilary Swank.
I've only ever seen
Baby
that
2004.
I've only seen that movie once, but fuck, what a movie. What a magnificent film that is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Anyway, ripping into the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, we are now live on twitch.tv/2C3pod only. We were exclusively on Facebook as well, so if you're listening to this back on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course YouTube, Big Summer Blowout, you'll now know that we do stream this live, of course, but we've moved it away from Facebook because to do this both costs money. So now it's
to do the both,
it costs money. So now it's just on Twitch. We've got our own Twitch channel now, so links will be everywhere. So if you want to check that out, definitely do so.
It feels weird saying this, but hey, help us get to affiliate on Twitch. Exactly. You and I have both climbed the affiliate ladder on our personal ones. Of course, Dylan 2C3 Pod on Twitch and Mitchell 2C3 Pod on Twitch. But now there's just 2C3 Pod on Twitch, where we're going to have all of the podcasts live streamed and then some bonus goodies along the way as well.
That's right.
Maybe we'll live stream a YouTube review one week or something.
We could. We could live stream like the whole fucking lot if we really wanted to.
But then there's that in between personal talk, that just kind of stays between bros.
Oh yes, of course.
Exactly.
Yes. Bros for podcast hoes.
I guess. I mean, depending on what you're thinking, but yes. Anyway, so make sure to head on over to twitch.tv/2C3pod.
Yeah.
But not only that, every fucking where. Not just like 2C3 Pod, now everywhere.
Yes, that's
There's no
right.
confusing mumbo jumbo. There's no Two's Company, Three's podcast. 2C3 Pod.
Just 2C3 Pod, rip that band-aid. That's
Absolutely.
right. So yes, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, it's all still active. It's all still certainly utilised every now and then, but most importantly, Facebook as well. But if you wanted to as well, support us outside of all of what we just requested. We do have Redbubble and tpublic.com for a bit of physical merchandise.
Yes.
Christmas is around the corner. Get yourself something nice.
That's right. And if you order now, it will definitely turn up by the end of January 2021.
That's right, exactly. Just in time for what's after summer?
Australia Day.
Australia Day.
That's just in time for Australia Day.
Work.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's movie. Wow, I was going to say movie news and topics. So I was like movie nuppics tonight.
Well, no, it's time for the high five.
Oh yes, the high five. How do we go to do this?
Just time the high five.
Okay, so the high five is now referring to the fact that we've cut this down to 5 news topics relating to movies.
That's right.
And gaming as well. We'll cram them all together.
It'll save us from scraping the barrel from the news topics that really aren't relevant, so we automatically switch our brains into rabbit hole mode.
That's right.
It'll be like Stephen Colbert like stubbed his toe, and then all of a sudden next minute we're talking about Nick Nolte slapping a bitch. Like
that's exactly right.
as in our brain just goes all over the place, so we don't have to force ourselves. Yes, our
collective mind.
2C3 Pod brain. That's right. Yes.
That's right.
But
cool.
Anyway, so it's time for the high five.
That's right, of course. Now there will be times in the future where there's going to be stacked news, but right now it's just a great way to sort of keep it in. But not only that too, but as we've mentioned in the podcast before, if you're new here, we talk about the film, TV, and gaming topics that we find somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
And there are topics out there which may be more popular amongst the, whoever. Yes. But we go,
no, that's exactly right. And you've got to remember as well, as much as we love that you have taken the time to listen to us and we appreciate your patronage to us, you have to remember, this is for us. And we want to talk about what we want to talk about, and hopefully you are like-minded and enjoy the content.
That's right, of course. But if you want to let us know about anything you want us to talk about or to check us out, let us know. Comments everywhere. We've got all those platforms we mentioned, but ripping straight into it.
Yes.
I wanted to put the big, chunky, meaty
this is the
news.
meaty one. This is the one.
This is the big one for the week, and I think it's massive. But at the same time, there are some ups and downs reasons for it. But you know, as a consumer, not a creator in the film industry, yeah, give it to me.
Yeah,
give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Yeah, so Warner Brothers has slated its entire 2021 film slate to be released, not all at the same time, but on HBO Max and in theaters. They're just releasing fucking everything they had lined up to at-home on-demand services as well as theaters wherever they can. Now, they're not releasing them all at once.
No, of course not. Of course
but they are, say, for example, Matrix 4, Dune, and all the other big hitters.
The Suicide Squad.
That's a big
one for us that we've been waiting for.
That's right. That's right. So all of those sort of films that they did have scheduled for 2020 as well as 2021.
Of course.
They've decided, you know what, if theaters can have them, they will. But at the same time, it's going straight to HBO Max.
Yeah, exactly. And this is like monstrous.
It is monstrous.
We've seen the development of how the movie world and the movie industry has been moving forward in this pandemic, and like seen movies get scrapped from the theaters and okay, we're going to release it exclusively on a service or on-demand rental, that kind of thing. And we've seen that progression and the evolution and the way the world's moved. But this is massive.
Yeah.
It is absolutely huge to think about the amount of money that has been spent on all of these projects.
Yep.
And now they're going to take the risk and say, all right, if theaters aren't ready, here it comes here. But not only that, it's not an on-demand service. This is people who are subscribed to that service.
Yeah, that's
HBO
right.
Max. Now, we don't have that issue because over here we'll probably get theaters, but also on-demand rentals.
That's correct, yeah.
But the fact that they're going to throw away potential on-demand money from rentals and that by just going to a service that's already been paid for that isn't theirs.
Yeah.
That's huge, man. I want to know the dollar figures of this kind of deal because that's a lot of money they need to try and recoup.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I don't have any dollar figures just yet because this news is still very new. I think the big thing about this right now is that it's just a crazy thing to kind of comprehend that the fact that this is unprecedented, but this is the kind of timeline we're in that,
it's the way the world's moving right now. Yeah. And we don't know when, if things will get back to normal.
Back to the way they were. That's right.
They've got to look at the immediate future, not 5 years from now when the world will be fine, you know?
That's right, of course. Now, obviously, like there are some big film hitters that aren't happy with this. One main note that I've put down is Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Obviously, his film Tenet was essentially the test run for what the possibility of the success of films in theaters is going to be without going to streaming services. But the article from about the Tenet thing that I got from GameStop, I think it was from, but wherever it came from, his essential comment was these films were creative endeavors from people who intended them to be experienced on the big screen.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers didn't tell them that they were going to be streaming them to HBO.
That
so
they were going to be making a deal.
That they've got these properties that all of these filmmakers thought were going to be on the big screen at one point or another. And they've gone, you know what? Little screen. And they're gone, hold on a fucking minute.
No, exactly.
But have you seen the list of movies?
I'm looking at it right now, man.
Let's go through that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well,
it's fucking crazy.
I'll kick it off and we'll stop at certain points to acknowledge the films and that. But just off the list here, we've got The Little Things.
I have no idea.
No, exactly. Some of these we do not know or like just don't care about.
Yeah.
But The Little Things, Judas and the Black Messiah, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. Now I'm okay with that one. Like, well,
no.
Looking
but see, that's the thing. That one only just had its first trailer.
Yeah.
Like I know it's been on the slate, but that's one that didn't actually get pushed back. It's always been slated for that time.
Yeah.
So they could have pushed that one back, like to 2022, and it might get the theatrical release because that to me is a huge a school holiday family blockbuster.
That's right.
It would have been massive.
Well, in saying that too, if it is a family blockbuster thing, they may still release it within a school holiday period. It'll just come to theaters here in Australia and at HBO wherever it is.
See, that's the thing. This is unprecedented news, like worldwide news. But at the same time, we are so fortunate that we still get what we get.
Yeah, we still get it.
Like we're good.
Yeah.
We're hopefully not touch wood.
Yeah,
we're gravy
fine
here for the moment, and hopefully come next year, this is just their problem.
That's right. I mean, for people like us, they're surely going to have to strike a deal with about HBO Max's existence in countries outside of America. We've talked about that in the past, but there's no word of what's happening.
No, that's
there
right.
just
Because
yet.
what about countries and territories that don't have HBO Max but are still under severe lockdown, like America?
That's right.
What are they going
Where
to do?
they can't go to theaters. Yeah,
No, that's
so there's
exactly
a massive
right. So-
market they're missing out on there. But
big.
we shall see. But
Anyway,
moving
did you
on
want to carry on? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the big. Oh, you carry it. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say if you wanted to keep going, but Godzilla versus Kong.
Now that's a big one. That's another one that's really been making the movie rounds recently,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think it's just because there's not a great deal of anything else coming out.
No, of course. We've been struggling with this for 6+ months.
Every news article right now is going on about Godzilla versus Kong, and there's been a new trailer released in Japan, and they're showing the sheer size of Kong versus Godzilla, and he's like the same height. That's a big fucking monkey.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time, like, I'm keen on the idea of this. I'll still see it, but Kong Skull Island was crap.
Yeah.
Godzilla King of Monsters was pretty trash too.
Yeah, exactly.
The first Godzilla was okay, but it could have been better. So, and what was the other one I'm trying to think of? There's another...
Kong Skull Island?
No, that was the first one I mentioned.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
Rampage with Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
That's a video game adaptation of giant monsters smashing up, and it's crap.
Albino fucking ape.
That's right.
But it's the greatest project he's ever worked on.
The greatest experience in life.
I love how it automatically it's just a default British accent now, even though The Rock was the original one that we started the joke with.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
But yeah, so with that, like, I still think, regardless of the production company behind it, I've got, obviously... good luck to them.
Yeah.
But I'm not expecting this to be any better than the previous iterations that we've had.
Yeah.
And I still don't think that anything's going to topple Pacific Rim because of how bombastic... That had robots as well.
Yeah.
So you can't really top that.
No, but I think the best we could hope for it would be just like a really good popcorn flick.
Yeah, like, and that's all it's going to be.
It needs to be. That's they don't need to keep going. But
next on the list.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You carry it on a little bit. Yeah, mention it. Go for it.
Mortal Kombat.
I know. Now, this is one that we have been talking about for months. Honestly.
Months, yeah.
Honestly, it would have been over 12 months now.
Just about.
We originally spoke about casting news and then James Wan being attached and then it filming in Adelaide and then it starting filming in Adelaide, so this one we've been following along and this was a big one for next year for us.
Yeah, so I'm fucking super keen the fact that this is still existing and is still getting, it's up there in the list of Tom and Jerry, Godzilla, Conjuring, whatever. It's up there. And
these definitely aren't in any order because the last one.
No, I get that. But what I mean is, like, it's not being portrayed or seen as like a lesser film because of its property. No. It's being seen as this big Hollywood property.
Yes, absolutely.
And I really like that idea. And recently as well, just on the topic of Mortal Kombat, there has been like images released of what the new like movie logo looks like.
Oh, yes.
So like the production itself, I think we're pretty close to getting a trailer. And god damn it, am I keen for this.
They would be balls deep in post-production. So absolutely. Very, very close to a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Haven't heard of that one.
No, exactly. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, the next one in the franchise.
Yeah, so I'm interested. We talked about that recently on last week's or the week before's podcast. No, wait, hold on. Was that the one Patrick Wilson was directing or no?
I think so. No.
Or was that a different project?
I'll look that up, but carry on.
Anyway, The Devil Made Me Do It is the third Conjuring film,
Yes.
but we all know where they're sort of heading these days. And
That's
whatever.
right. Yeah.
In the Heights?
I think we have reviewed that for Trailer Park or something like that, but
I don't remember. Yeah.
Exactly. Not very
Next
memorable.
one, though, in the same vein as Tom and Jerry, Space Jam, A New Legacy.
Space Jam, A New Legacy, of course. I guess it is a direct sequel to the
elongated
first one.
sequel to the first
exactly.
one. Yeah, starring LeBron James.
Instead of the greatest basketball ever, we now have LeBron James.
That's right. You mean Bill Murray?
Yeah, of course, exactly. But yeah, no, that one's still being filmed. Did you know that? Yeah, no, there was recently a set photo with
Bugs Bunny?
No. There was recently a set photo with LeBron James sitting in front of a green screen, and he said, "Had this Michael Jordan fella come and visit set, don't know who he is." It was Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. So he's funny. He's
still
got the lols,
a handsome, talented, athletic black man.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, no, exactly. Like Michael
Jordan. Michael B. Jordan for Superman.
I feel bad for any pasty white 5'0" dudes named Michael Jordan.
Us.
Named Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like, seriously, mum.
Seriously, out of everything. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have
next? The next one is The Suicide Squad, which is apparently finished post-production.
Just quick sidebar.
Yep.
It was Insidious 5 is the Patrick Wilson one.
Yeah.
Yes, he's just signed on for that.
Basically, I'm more excited for that because I prefer I prefer the Insidious franchise?
I think at least the first two Insidious did enough to say that's the superior franchise. I love The Conjuring.
Yes.
But Insidious, to me, that's a... Ugh.
I think the Conjuring, for me, the spin-offs left too much of a bad taste in my mouth because of, like, The Nun and La Llorona and that.
Yeah,
the Annabelle spin-offs, yes, okay, fair enough. But with Insidious, like, the spin-offs to that had, like, Lynn Shay as the lead actress and things like that, they were fine. They were pretty serviceable, slop-together sequels, you know, in the Insidious
Was the last
universe.
one called The Last Key?
Yeah,
the fourth one?
Yeah, and I saw that at cinemas. I've only seen it the once, but I remember enjoying it.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I think
didn't blow my mind, but it was
fine.
fine.
Really enjoy those sequels, you really had to have had a fondness for the first couple.
And
you know?
I definitely did.
And be a fan of the franchise, because a lot of casual viewers probably watched it and went, that was trash. Come on. You got to know
from where it
into.
went.
Yeah,
from where it came from, sorry. Yeah.
No, that's exactly right. All right, so after Space Jam, there was The Suicide Squad, of course. Another big one that is going to be... We're going to get it in cinemas. Like,
I know. It's like looking at this going, yeah, well, we're Australian. Fuck y'all. We're going to get it in cinemas.
Exactly. No,
Peace among worlds,
yeah, exactly.
bitch.
But touch wood, because fucking hell, we do not want it back. But no, but that's the thing. I've got to try and look at this from like, oh my God, what a loss to cinema. But then we've also got to remember that
for us.
I know ours have been. We only closed down for what, like a month and a half, maybe?
I think it was a little longer than that. But then we started
like 2
reopening.
months.
We didn't.
I don't know.
We reopened, but we reopened with older films. There was nothing new.
No, that's right, for a couple of weeks, because
and then I think it was Tenet, wasn't it?
No. There was like Force of Nature and shit like that. I think.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's when we started getting the straight to DVD ones, because they were like, we've got nothing.
The Russell
and the world's
Crowe
like,
film.
well, we're not ready, and they're like, can we play these DVDs?
Yeah, the Russell Crowe movie.
Oh,
What was
yeah,
that?
Unhinged.
Which some people are saying best movie of the year, and I'm like, seriously?
Dude, it was really good. Go back into the archives
wasn't.
on YouTube, 2C3 Pod, check it out. Watch
Charlie's
our review and watch
Angels.
us. No, but watch us argue about the fact that Russell Crowe, as a fat dude, played it perfectly. You were like, I just can't play it because he's just so fat. And then I'm like, that's the character.
He would
He's
fucking have a heart
unhealthy.
attack before... Anyway.
Because that was the character. All right, fucking, you'll find it in the
Because it
archive.
was... Russell Crowe didn't drink and smoke and get to that point just for this particular character.
No, that's his lifestyle choice, but they wrote the character for that. The character in the script guarantee said had heart palpitations. Like, guaranteed.
Yeah. All right, before we run out of energy with
What
our
do we have
argument,
next?
Reminiscence?
It's not, I can't remember.
Okay,
There's
moving
no-
on to the next one. Malignant.
I was trying to think of a pun, but I couldn't. Malignant, yes.
Malignant. So that's
Now,
another... That's a James Wan horror film that he stepped aside from Swamp Thing to pursue this.
Well, remember,
it was around the same time.
Swamp Thing he was only producer for, so he could do other things.
But it was around the same time that was kind of shit in the bed where he revealed, well, I'm actually doing this to keep everybody excited.
Exactly.
And this was co-produced with his wife? Wasn't there something in there?
Ingrid Bizu. She's at least like a star in it. At the very least. But I think she is very heavily invested in the project.
Yeah.
Not just because of him, because he's advertised on his Instagram. Follow them both. The Creepy Puppet on Instagram. Go and follow James Wan. A lovely human being.
Yeah. And 2C3 Pod, Instagram.
Yes, of course, exactly. But he always posts about his projects, but this is the one that she's been as active in with the behind the scenes stuff and the filming and stuff like that. And she was the one who broke the news about it being delayed when it originally was.
Yep.
So this one, if I wasn't in a territory where they had cinemas, I would be very gutted not being able to see this on the big screen. But
hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in for a treat next year. It's going to be one of the best years in cinema, probably.
No, exactly. With all the delays, we're going to get 2021 and 2020 as well, all jammed into 1 year, because we were so... We've spoken about it many times, but I just need to rehash because the year is almost over. The fact that come this time last year, we were so hyped for cinema.
Yeah.
So fucking hyped for cinema. We started the year off with 1917 and The Gentleman and Knives Out and just absolutely ripped into the year. And then the virus came and gave us
Bloodshot.
Russell Crowe and Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson made 2 appearances on the big screen this year.
Yeah, one of them was like, why is he in this movie? And the next one was like, this is perfect. Why didn't he do this earlier?
Exactly. No, that's right. This film should have been made 10 years ago, because why did it not get thought of 20 years ago? Because it's fucking great.
Yeah.
But I will just say, from Force of Nature, we do now have our permanent running gag on our YouTube videos from that video.
Yeah.
I love that so
so
much.
check out our videos on YouTube as well. We do put up reviews.
See the little subtleties.
If you see a little flash, just try and pause it in that millisecond and you'll see it.
I love that. But
next on the list, Dune.
Yes. Well, this one, I mean, obviously it's got to join its cohorts in this situation, but Dune was supposed to be the biggest extravaganza of the last 20 years.
I think with that
like
as well.
Avatar levels of...
Yeah, I haven't seen the the original Dune, but I've seen the trailers to this, and it looks like a cinematic spectacle. Now, you can say the same for the rest of these movies.
Yeah,
but in terms of the actual special effects and the scale of the landscape and the worm creatures in the universe of Dune, that's the kind of film that to really experience it to the full intention of the filmmakers, you've got to see it in IMAX.
Yeah, exactly.
Or VMAX, the big screen.
But that's the thing. Like you said, they are cinematic, spectacles, all of these films. But that one in particular, you just look at it and you know, okay, this was made for a big screen.
It's almost like the Transformers film. If you try to watch it on your phone, you're not seeing anything.
You're seeing like 20% of what you should be.
That's right.
Like Dune was one of those films that it was going to be like an Avatar. You've got to watch the whole thing on a huge screen and digest it all. Doing that on HBO Max in America on a tiny TV, I say tiny TV, but even on a 70-inch TV, nah.
That's right. I mean, obviously, like from the angle of the consumer, back to the actual topic of this about these films being released on HBO Max when they're supposed to be in theaters across the world. I still think it's great that people are going to have access to these films.
Oh, absolutely.
But this is where Christopher Nolan's like, well, it's a travesty, blah, 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 blah. It should be experienced on the big screen. It's like, well, we don't fucking have a choice right now. So I'm glad that they've made the decision. It kind of sucks that they didn't tell anybody who's producing these films that they are going to be shipped straight to HBO Max.
Imagine how many contracts they would have had to have filtered through, not just directors, producers and that, but actors and all of that, where they might have had written in there, like as in box office gross and stuff like that. How do you compensate that?
That's right.
Like as in, what are they going to do? So that's why the financial figures of this deal is just as interesting to me as the actual deal itself.
Well, I'm sure we'll hear more news about that when all this starts to roll out, but skipping the next few because I don't recognise them.
No, well, we'll just say The Many Saints of Newark, King Richard, Cry Macho, and finally...
The Matrix 4.
That's right, exactly.
Does anybody actually want that movie? We've talked about it before, but does anybody actually want that movie?
Exactly.
The first one is a masterpiece. The second and third... are fine follow-ups, but they dive way too deep into the universe and they just give away way too much, as with the first one left you questioning. That's why I think it was so good. But you could say the same about like Alien and Predator and a bunch of other movies.
There's a ton of franchises that have done that.
Science fiction sequels where they just...
big time, No, absolutely. But no, it's the biggest news that we've had for a while. It is a big deal, especially outside of Australia, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, this could be a glimpse into at least the next couple of years of like films being released.
That's right.
Yeah, until the world can get back on its feet, and that may take 12, 24, 36 months or even longer.
Yeah.
This could be the norm. And other film companies, we may see that coming soon from them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. So either give us HBO Max in Australia or just keep feeding our cinemas.
No,
I'll happily just keep going to
I was going to say, we can be the box office parameter for you guys. Like, that's fine. We'll be
as long as Glendale Cinemas, Event Cinemas in New South Wales, Australia gets these movies, like we'll be sending their kids to college.
And we'll be doing YouTube reviews about our cinema experience and have Americans going, fuck you.
So today, in my recent experience of the cinema that has got a big filthy handprint down the bottom left-hand side that nobody seems to ever bother to clean.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Which one is that?
It's like the...
No, which cinema? It's at Glendale, obviously. Yeah. Oh, is that on the left-hand side? It's about the middle.
I see it every time.
I think it's about cinema 3.
It looks like some kid's just gone...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, down the bottom left. Yes, no, I've seen that too. I think it was in when we went and saw Peninsula.
It's been there for years.
No, but that's what. But that was the last one I remember seeing in that theater. Yeah. Oh no, yeah. You see it there, and you're like, come on.
I know.
Come on. Yeah.
It's immersion breaking. Anyway, I just want to read through the comment that Christopher Nolan said.
Yeah, absolutely.
About this. So, like, he remarked, such controversy, blah, 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 blah. Warner Brothers didn't tell anybody about this. Here's his comment verbatim from GameSpot website. In 2021, they've got some top filmmakers in the world. They've got some of the biggest stars in the world who worked for years, in some cases on these projects very close to their hearts that are meant to be big screen experiences, Nolan said.
Yep.
They're meant to be out there for the widest possible audience, and they're being used as a loss leader for streaming services. For the fledgling streaming service without any consultation. So there's a lot of controversy. It's very, 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 very messy. A real bait and switch.
Yeah.
So Chris Nolan, obviously the pioneer of, hey, here's a movie in cinemas, knowing that nobody's still going, but I don't care if I make my money back. Well, hold on, the investors do.
No, that's exactly right. Yeah, no, and I can understand companies looking at these options, but I do agree with him in the fact that they should not have just pulled the rug out like that and just gone, this is the plan.
Yeah.
Like, they really needed to have a proper breakdown with all of the people involved.
In saying that too, like, it's Warner Brothers it's Warner Brothers fundamentally who are finding the funding for these movies. They ultimately have a say. And if they go to every single one of these filmmakers and go, okay, what would you like to do? They'll all say, well, I want my film on the big screen. And they can turn around and go, well, okay, That's not going to happen.
Yeah. No.
So they've probably just gone, you know what?
No, but
here's the fucking deal, and deal with it, and your films will still be seen.
Yeah.
And, you know...
you can see it from both kind of sides, but I still think they should have at least gone, you know, like as in, this is the situation we're looking at, and they go, well, we're not happy with that, and we're like, well, we don't have much option.
Yeah.
Okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, at least giving them a heads up before just basically having a press release saying, next year's fucked. And everyone's like, what? You know?
Yeah, so, that's right.
But I honestly think they've done it very quickly at this point of the year, because I reckon they're going to start releasing them across the year starting next month.
I think so too.
Yeah, like as in they've basically for the last few months said mid 2021. But I think with this being announced now, I reckon next month we're going to have a surprise big film come.
Yeah,
and then you know, start off next year and just have a rotation basically.
Well, I think the first film to actually do it is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 1984 is released now in America, and I'm not sure how far it is away from Australian releases, but it's also on HBO as well.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think we're 2 weeks
from
it being in the Aussie Pass.
Yeah. But it's everywhere else. It's out, and obviously reviews are saying it's great, blah, 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 blah. But I think this is the first step in them going, okay, it's out in cinemas, in theatres, but it's also... in cinemas. But it's also on HBO as well.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes and how it continues. But yeah. Anyway, do you have anything more to say about that?
I was just going to say I'm just interested in the financial figures, because I want to know, this is an already paid for service that people are paying for. Mm-hmm. How much of a cut are they going to get from this?
That's right.
You know, is it just going to be a flat dollar figure? Is it going to be more subscribers in that year?
No wonder that laptop's busted.
Shut the fuck up. It's totally like legit, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly. Yes, it's got all the graphics and sounds from an Apple. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, moving on to the next bit of news. I think we'll skip this one. It's about Hawkeye's production. We've got Black Widow's Florence Pugh in it.
I was about to say, I just wanted to say one of my favourite last names in Hollywood. Florence Pugh. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Florence Pugh, who you'd know from Midsummer.
Yes.
And Vera Farmiga.
And dating Zach Braff. She's engaged to Zach Braff.
Is she?
Yeah.
Wow.
They've been together for like maybe pushing 2 years.
Isn't he like...
Stop it. It's fine.
20 years older than her?
No, he's like...
15.
25. She's come out many times. Well. Yeah, she's come out many times passionately and said, like, I can date whoever the fuck I want.
That's true.
I'm a grown fucking woman.
Oh, no, I get that.
No, I know, but
I thought she was like 18.
I understand it because you see them together and
fresh, but
you see them together and you look at him and you go, oh, you're getting old, and you look at her and you're like, oh, what? Like, you know, so I get that, but at the same time, she doesn't give a fuck. She's happy, he's happy, so all the more power to them. And it's not like she's a gold digger or anything trying to get his sitcom money, because she's fucking doing great for herself.
Crushing it.
Exactly. So she can date whoever the fuck she wants. So
that's right. Anyway, she's
doing something, and that's all good.
She's obviously been cast in the Black Widow film that we know that's coming out eventually. Whether it's Disney Plus or fucking cinemas, who knows? We won't go down that rabbit hole again.
No.
But the Hawkeye TV series for Disney Plus has cast Black Widow's Florence Pugh, her character, in the Hawkeye TV series.
Awesome.
And also Vera Farmiga from the Conjuring universe.
I was about to say Modern Family.
Modern Family? She's not in Modern Family, is she?
No. But the other Hispanic named woman is.
Oh, Joe Manganiello's wife.
Yeah.
What's her name? I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so they've joined the cast of that. That's exciting for people who are interested in that progression. But not only that, we've also seen reports and photo evidence of Haley Steinfeld is now playing Hawkeye's daughter or something like that, whatever the character is there.
That's cool.
I had it all in my head until I had to say it, and I completely blanked on what the name is.
No, that's fine.
But the costume looks very comic booky, and Haley Steinfeld, if you're unfamiliar with her, she was great in Pitch Perfect 3.
Yes. And two,
and also Bumblebee as well.
Yeah,
she's
Bumblebee,
a fantastic young actress, and I'm a huge fan.
She has a couple of bangers as well on Spotify. Just going to throw that out.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. She's definitely got a set of pops on her.
Oh, absolutely, multi-talented.
Yes, absolutely. But like, she's definitely one of my favorite young actresses, especially after Bumblebee and her performance in that against a big green screen robot. Fantastic.
And then there was an actor. What was his name? In Bumblebee?
I never saw him.
Yeah.
Every time I blinked, I couldn't see it.
No, you took that a different way.
Yeah.
I was going to say, and his name is... Yes, exactly. All right, yes.
Yeah, so...
All right, that's some good news. But
but here's... Okay, so here's...
All right, here we go.
On to the next one.
Uh-oh.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about Spider-Man and the possibility of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield making appearances as their versions of Spider-Man in the new Spider-Man 3.
In like a multiverse situation,
Yes. Now, I tried to get to the source of the news today because all websites are going nuts about more Spider-Man MCU, Spider-Man 3 casting news. And it seems like people are just talking about it, but nothing's actually effectively...
Official.
Yeah, because there's 1,000 different articles all talking about, this is great, this is great, this is great. But I clicked into everything and I tried to click to all of their sources.
Scoured the interwebs.
Yeah, and it's literally just people going, this would be cool. And then people go, yeah, it would be cool. And there's like, yeah, this is happening. And then it just snowball effects from there. But in saying that, people are saying that obviously there's been the rumors for ages about Tom Holland and about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming together in the possible Spider-Man 3 sequel. We know it's happening, but whether they're returning officially, nobody's making comments confirming nor denying.
Yes.
The other rumor was about Emma Stone and Kirsten Dunst returning as
Mary Jane and
Gwen Stacy.
Yes.
Their respective characters, even though Gwen Stacy died, but we'll see how they return. Spoiler alert, whatever.
You don't know what part of the timeline they're getting dragged
That's what I'm saying. If people are like, well, they're dead, it's like, well, time stuff, it's fine. But the biggest one that's most interesting to me, and I'm guessing that's the one that you've just looked at, that you've gone, ooh.
Well...
Alfred Molina. Molina, yes. Alfred Molina. There's rumors about bringing back his versions of Dr. Octopus.
And I am fucking fine with that.
Yeah.
He was stellar.
He was
absolutely stellar.
He's absolutely stellar in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, and that's why that film is still regarded as one of the, I won't say if not but one of the best superhero films of all time. And it will go down in history as that, no matter what you think.
No.
But yeah, saying that, to bring that back, I don't think that, I mean, to make that work, he's kind of like, did you see Far From Home with Michael Keaton?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, we've seen that version of the Vulture where they're utilizing the
parts from...
the scattered parts of like the Avengers and like, the alien technology and things like that.
Yes.
If they bring back Dr. Octopus from that universe, bring him into the multiverse, and he's still kind of crazy because essentially he wasn't a bad guy. It was the tentacles that fucked him up.
Yeah.
If he comes back and he's just a typical bad guy, like realistically, the new Spider-Man with all these fucking fancy gadgets, he goes kill mode and he's dead.
Yeah.
As where the other Spider-Man don't have any of that fancy gadgety shit from Tony Stark.
Yeah.
But they could make it work using the same kind of technology and the same story beats as Vulture.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
My only fear about all of these potential cameos and things like that, I don't want them to come back for a minute.
There won't be enough screen time for all of them?
Exactly, because the list that is rumoured and nothing's fully confirmed, that's a huge list of big names.
To cram into one movie?
To cram into one movie, but like, that's what I'm worried about. I love the idea of all of these names coming back.
Yeah.
But I'm just so worried that it's just going to be a jumbled mess of featuring this person, here comes Kirsten Dunst, you know, like...
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, and in saying that too, Spider-Man 3 has a history of cramming way too much in. That's the reason that the original Raimi Spider-Man 3 failed. Is because
was amazing.
I loved it.
I know, it's so good.
I love
it's
that
so
fucking movie.
good, yeah.
But they kind
Topher Grace is so good.
They forced Venom.
So bad.
They forced Venom into that movie.
Yeah.
They also had Green Goblin. They also had the amazing Sandman. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's perfect.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he was the principal from Easy A.
And George of the Jungle. He was the bad guy.
Okay.
He was trying to steal Leslie Mann from Brendan Fraser. Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Anyway, that
he ends up
movie-
with a face full of elephant poop.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
movie is fucking great. But people say the biggest complaint is cramming too much in. And then The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield. I like it. I'm like the only person who likes it.
Yeah,
but people's biggest complaint, they were cramming too much in, and they were then going to make a third with the Rhino and everybody returning, and the Sinister Six, which they hadn't established yet. So yet again, a third Spider-Man movie cramming too much in.
Yeah.
Same thing is happening here. What is it with third Spider-Man movies where they just have to just pile in everything?
I don't know, but that is the biggest fear out of all of them. But either way, if they do confirm that all of this is happening,
I'm down.
Oh, I'm so down.
It's not going to be good. No, I'm going to enjoy it.
But remember, we were both very disappointed with the ending of the second one.
Yeah.
So they need something big.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of
No.
Far From Home.
Yeah. No, Homecoming and then Far From Home. Yeah. So Far From Home. The only saving grace was, of course, J. Jonah Jacobson, J.K. Simmons.
Well, that was like the first little, like, well, we could do this.
That, wait a minute, is this that universe? You know what I mean? So,
Here's the cheese on this pizza.
Exactly, that's right. And that was like the only positive, like, because I was sour at the end of that movie, and then that happened, and I left the movie going, holy shit! So, but then I thought about it and was like, no, you can't save yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
They need something, but is this too much? Yeah. That's the big question.
The other thing as well, in terms of cramming too much in, now I realise you didn't include this in Trailer Park today, and it's totally understandable as to why.
Did it come out today? Or?
It was released yesterday, but essentially it's a new trailer, a Japanese trailer, for Morbius.
Oh.
The living vampire, Jared Leto's
so there isn't an English
version
yet?
No.
Okay,
but I watched it today to see if there's anything new, and it's kind of just following the same trends as the first trailer.
I was going to say, wait, now that I think about it, we've had a trailer for that for fucking ages.
That's what I mean. There's a new one now, but it doesn't. It's like those, there's another trailer months later. It's slightly different.
I very rarely add those ones because 50-50 of the same and the
There's
old.
like a 30-second like interview with Jared Leto before the trailer being like, okay, here's my new movie. This is what it's kind of about. This is who I'm playing. Enjoy the trailer.
Yeah.
And even in the trailer, in his comments prior to the trailer, and that shot behind where it shows Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in the actual film itself.
Yeah.
Fair enough, this is like a Sony product, like Venom, for example, but there are so many hints, so many insinuations that this is like a wider connected thing.
Yeah.
And there may be the possibility of these universes colliding in the future. They just keep sprinkling, as we said, those little grains of salt here and there. So I think
they're... Is it salt or cheese, Dylan?
Salty cheese.
Oh, that's fair.
See, cheese is more like, delicious, but salt's like, is it really there?
Exactly.
We'll
There's subtleties, but is that the food itself, or is there a seasoning on that?
That's exactly right. As with cheese, it's like, fuck yeah, cheese.
Yeah. Okay, no, fair, cool. Yeah, big difference between a cheese pizza and a salt pizza.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so moving on to the next little bit of news that you have here.
Little bit?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here, and I think this is fucking ridiculous.
This is insane. Are they trying to be James Bond?
Are they trying to be fucking Avatar?
Oh my god, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm getting at. Are they trying to be Star Wars?
Well, why don't you...
Yeah, all right. So, the Kingsman franchise started out with Aaron Eckhart. Is that his name?
Aaron Eckhart?
Aaron Eckhart? Yep.
Eckhart?
Wait.
Yeah. Are you talking about...
what's his name?
Oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
No.
What?
What's his name? The lead actor. It's not Aaron Eckhart because he played Two-Face in Dark Knight.
Ray Fiennes.
He's in this new one.
I know.
Fuck, what's his name? It's not showing up on here.
All right, give me a second.
It's going to kill me now. As soon as I see it, I'm going to be like, wow.
All right. Okay. The
Taron. No, it's not Taron Egerton. What the fuck's his name?
All right, give me a second.
It's the Kingsman, the lead actor of the Kingsman. What's his name? If anybody's in chat right now, can anybody let me know?
the Secret Service. Yeah. Service.
Yeah,
that's the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
No. Taron
Egerton.
Yeah.
I was kind of right. Anyway,
Aaron Eckhart from The Dark Knight.
Fucking way off.
I haven't seen this movie since it came out, so I was like, I don't fucking know.
It's definitely not him.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart, man.
Taron Egerton starred as like this kind of developing secret agent, and it was really good and crazy comical, and Colin Firth was great in it. And then there was a sequel which kind of took things a little too far in terms of like crazy technology. It was kind of like it went from Sean Connery 007 straight to Roger Moore without any gaps in between.
Yeah, right.
With dumb, crazy technology. And now we know with Kingsman coming out fairly soon, which is more of a prequel, taking things back to its roots.
Oh, back in the day.
I'm super keen on that. But they've come out and said, we've got 7 more of these under our belt.
Okay.
How about you just get through the next one first?
Exactly. No, please. Exactly. And I wish James Cameron heard you right now. Fucking 10 years ago. Exactly.
Just fucking settle down.
Okay, it's great that you have this idea for this whole world for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 movies. But why don't we just go one at a time? Because, I mean, look what happened with something like the Fantastic Beasts and all that shit.
Yeah.
The third movie almost never happened when they came out with the first one and said, there's going to be 12! Like,
that's right.
They were like so proud and happy in that. And then the second one was like, and everyone was like, do we want more? And
that's
they were like,
right, yeah.
Well, we have them. Like,
that's what I'm saying. After the second Kingsman, everyone was like, so now they're going back to the roots, and everyone's like, okay. You're like,
Yeah.
Just
But
wait.
also, is it really the climate of the world right now to say we're going to invest for the next 15 years?
Yeah, well,
Settle the fuck down.
providing none of these actors that they plan to have continuing die in that time.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
touch wood.
That's right, but I don't know if Taron Egerton is returning for this particular movie because this is set as like the initiation or the conception of the Kingsman.
You wouldn't
Club?
think he would be. I'm going to check the cast list now.
There
But
may be some like cameo appearances, like flash forward pieces in time or whatever. But
Yep.
we shall see. But the fact, I'm looking forward to this. But 7, just slow it down. Just take a
remembering
step.
the third one's about to come out, so they're looking at 10 fucking films.
Yeah, 10 fucking.
That's a
films.
lot.
It's a lot of fucking
Yeah.
films. Yeah.
But Aaron Taylor Johnson is in the new one.
Yeah, I'm keen on that.
No, exactly.
I just wish they didn't tell me because I like that. What was the last film we watched?
it was Tenet.
It was Tenet. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he just kind of turned up, and he was like a main player at the end. I was like,
because that's one of the things that I enjoy about the podcast is the fact that, exactly. But the fact that we go through all of the stages of these films. We go through pre-production, filming, and then like post-production. Then we get our first trailer. And then we forget about these movies. And they come out in the movies and we're like, yay! And then you and I sitting next to each other watching Tenet and just go,
oh, this is Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Exactly. And we were like, and then after I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, right. We watched the trailer. Like,
Was
I
he in it,
reviewed
though?
Yeah, he was.
I'm not sure. Like, I don't.
He was definitely in it because I remember popping. I remember being excited when I wrote my description.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a wrestling term.
I get it. Yeah.
Pop. Yeah. But anyway.
So, moving on to shared universes expanding and things like that. Another bit of news about filmmakers wanting to expand the universe of their creation, but one I'm actually excited for. I like the idea of more Kingsman movies, but slow it down.
Yeah.
But Extraction came out earlier this year, produced by the Russo brothers, mainly Joe Russo, I believe it was, starring Chris Hemsworth and directed by their stunt
double dude who
whatever.
got his big break. Yes,
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
right. That movie, for a direct-to-Netflix film, was obviously mastercrafted. Knowing Joe and Anthony Russo's abilities, it was a mastercraft fucking film, like espionage, spy thriller kind of deal about Chris Hemsworth playing himself.
No, exactly, that's right. But not only that, this is still to the day the biggest watched Netflix film of all time.
Yeah, because 6 Underground was like the same thing, but was horrible.
Exactly, but Michael Bay Seaman was all over that production. My God, you watch that and you're just
stuck
like,
in my eyes.
Right, exactly. Calm the fuck down.
Calm the fuck
anyway,
down.
so this is pretty exciting news in the fact that they're going to go off that, but not go with a sequel or something, like looking into that same universe.
Yeah.
That's cool. Instead of just going Extraction 2, Return of the Little Indian Boy, like, you know, like, things like
one
that.
that lived.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's right. The Aussie's back. What? You know, like, yeah, they're going to go with in that universe, which is good because we get the same type of film, but not the same type of premise.
That's right.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm really liking the idea of as you said, not a direct sequel, but something that's within the same universe that could link to these characters and the agencies that they work for.
That's exactly
and telling
right.
those stories. So yeah, I'm keen on that. I mean, I'd be down for Extraction 2. I'd be keen for Chris Hemsworth coming back for another.
It would make sense, but this way that they're going, okay, that's fine.
I'm
At
down
least
for
they're
that.
not saying we've got 7 more extractions.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's it for the gaming news this week. We've got one little. Wow, for the movie news this week, wow, professionals we are. I saw the word gaming topics and my brain was like, we're doing that.
Let's add words. Let's just say what we're reading.
Yes, anyway, that's enough for the movie and TV topics this week. On to the one piece of gaming news that I've put here.
Sure.
It's Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
That's been in production for like 30 years.
Yeah.
It's finally out today.
Well, it's
or
come
very
out,
soon.
It's come out 57 years early, so it's on schedule.
It's on schedule, that's right. Anyway.
Yeah, no, so this is the one with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Johnny Silverhand or whatever his name is.
I don't know. Yeah. I just remember one moment from back when they announced this at Comic-Con.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever.
E3.
I think it might have been that where he announced it and that. And I just remember one moment where I said, so he's in the game? And you said no. And I was like, okay.
But now he is.
No, but that's like the whole thing. Like, that's all I remember about this whole fucking thing.
No, that's okay.
So, it looks cool visually, but it's not my type of thing.
No, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
It is being made and developed by the same people who did the Witcher series. And people fucking love that game.
Of course they do,
my wife loves it. I'm not really keen on that kind of medieval style of gameplay.
No, exactly.
And people ask me, are you going to get on Cyberpunk? It looks cool. And I'm like, I don't really know much about it because I've kind of steered away from the things that everybody just goes on about. I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
But I looked into it today. I thought, you know what? I'm actually going to see what this is all about.
Yeah.
And, you know, it does have that, you know, that open world futuristic element to it.
Yeah.
and it is a first-person shooter primarily, and I'm into that.
Yes, exactly.
But in saying that, I did see some gameplay footage of like the trailers. There's no one actually playing it yet, but the gunplay and everything looks very similar to another personal favorite of mine, which is an underrated game from id Software that came out last year or the year before called Rage 2.
Oh, okay.
Which you've heard me talk about.
Yeah, you reviewed on the podcast. Yes.
Yeah, and if I want to like play an open world, colourful, crazy, futuristic setting where I get to shoot guns and fly around and do crazy stuff, I think I would just rather play Rage.
Okay.
Because, like, in saying that too, I've seen some gameplay from this. Yeah. I've seen people hype it up, and if it does come out and it looks mad, you know what? I might check it out. But for everybody who's been keen on this for a while, it's finally out. Yes. Well, as of this recording, it's like 2 hours away or whatever. So you'll be able to download it and then maybe buy it 3 days later once all the patches and things come through, because that's how games are released these days.
Exactly, that's right. Fortnite just had their new season and there was like a new fuck up every day, basically.
Yeah,
that's just what happens, you know?
That's what happens, yeah.
I want to say, and I know you're not going to, but I want to say give this season of Fortnite a go.
I played one game with Taylor a little while ago, but we could only play duo arenas.
Wait, when, sorry?
Maybe on the last Friday, perhaps it was.
So did you experience like the sand map and all, like the sand part, and you can sink in the sand and the Mandalorian's in there? And
I've seen the Mandalorian fly around, and Taylor's little brother's been going apeshit about how they're sinking sand and things like that. We weren't in a game long enough to experience it, and I was like, we played 2 games of arena duos where we just got blitzed, and I was like, I'm not having fun at all. What about you? She's got, so we just jumped off.
See, the problem there is for some reason they shut down duos between like 10:30 p.m. and 10:30 a.m.
What's the point?
I don't know, but they've done it forever and they still do it. I don't get it. It's like 12 hours of no duos. So yeah, you need to play but I reckon you might actually enjoy it. There's a lot of new things going on, and it's made it fun for me again.
That's cool.
They've fucked off the Marvel shit.
Yeah,
thank God, and they just have one thing, the Mandalorian. That's it. He's fine doing there. It's just one sniper rifle and a jetpack. Yep. That's all there is. There's no other mythics and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's fun again for me.
Yeah, cool. I definitely I've uploaded to the new season, so I can play it whenever. It was more just like, you in the mood? Yeah, we'll give it a go. And it was, I
don't think we mentioned last week, but they brought in with this new season a new subscription service.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
I forgot to mention that.
And we went to, last Friday, we went to dinner with Taylor's auntie for her birthday, and her son, Kane, he's 9 years old. Yeah. He was sitting next to me, and they're into Fortnite. They fucking love it. So I was like, well, tell me about it.
Dude.
What the hell happened there? Oh, wait, hold on a minute. You keep talking.
Yeah, no, that's right, because we are recording a podcast first, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry if you're watching live on twitch.tv/2c3pod. We are just having some minor technical difficulties. But anyway, exactly. The battery went flat because somebody didn't plug in the power adapter. But you can still hear us live on stream and live on the podcast. But anyway, so the new season of Fortnite, it is a hell of a lot of fun. And yes, the kiddies are going nutty for it. So I do expect this to be one of the best seasons in a long time.
We're back.
No, absolutely. And true professionalism over here.
Yes.
But yeah, so Fortnite is fun. I reckon you give it another go when you have the chance to actually play in just like your bot lobbies, which is, skill-based matchmaking. So you'll get an easy dub. No worries.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But like with that, he was saying about the subscription service, and he was going, oh, it's only $17 a month. It's so cheap. And I was like, $17 a month? Fucking hell! Like I pay a lot less for that.
Oh, dude.
Just for like Netflix and Amazon.
I average $4 a month for Shudder. I average $6 a month for Amazon. I pay $17 a month for Netflix. Yeah, but anyway, no, exactly. It's a bit steep, but with the 1,000 V-Bucks, the V-Bucks are normally like $15 for that kind
I definitely
of thing,
get that. Like in terms of its currency, like it makes sense. I still think
and you get an original skin every month as well. And those are normally 1,500.
Like I totally get that. And recently I bought a battle pass for the latest season for Quake Champions. Yeah, because there was skins and stuff in there that I was like, oh, you know what? I might do this.
Dope.
Wasted my money. Because the same sort of thing, like, okay, you buy the battle pass and then you have to play the fuck out of it for ages to actually earn up to those things. I was like, well, I'm not going to get the time to do this.
No,
I should have just kept my money. But
no, I get that. But and also included in that $17 is the battle pass as well. So that which would normally be $10 by itself. So which
so
there is value for money in that sense.
It's a great way for them to make bank every month off these kids. But the thing is, with him, we talked to his parents about it. It's his own money. He's spending his allowance that he earns from doing chores and stuff for it.
Respect it. Love it. That's how we grew up.
That's right. If he wants to spend his... Like, I used to spend my allowance on fucking lollies, or if I saved enough...
on Dragon Ball Z cards.
That's right. It's the same... Oh, what else are they going to spend it on?
No, exactly.
What they want now is Fortnite, so fucking go for it.
Let them go.
But yeah, so the only other little bit of gaming news is that... I got it. If we've got to talk about Fortnite, I got to talk about Doom Eternal.
Okay, all right.
They've released what's called a master level, which is where they basically have one of the existing levels and they ramp it up big time by piling
What's the difference between this and the last time that you got updated things like
the last time it was
Hellzone or Devil's Advocate or
the last time was a full-blown DLC of like 3 new full-length levels.
Okay.
Which went for super long. It was completely new environments. This is just updating an existing level with new ways to play it and new enemies that are included within it.
Yes.
And holy fuck, yeah, it's hard. But I finished it last night on stream and it was fun.
Of course
I really
you fucking
like it.
did.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you that long.
Yeah, and also the Doom Eternal came out on Switch, as we talked about last week.
Okay, right.
I've seen gameplay of it. Yeah, people are struggling.
Really?
Because, like, well, if you play it on controller versus PC, it's super difficult.
Of course,
because you have to be precise with your shots. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
but for the type of game it runs pretty fucking well.
Very good. Exactly. I'm excited about that for you, but not for me.
I'm not playing it. I don't own a Switch.
Right. Of course. Yes, of course you don't. That's right. But either way, we've touched on that last week, and there's no need for it.
No, that's right. Anyway, that's enough for film, TV, and gaming news. I think it's time
to wrap up the show. Yeah. That's exactly right. Definitely time to wrap up.
And stick to old shticks and things like that. You know, the shticks of things that we do.
No, I wanted a new shtick, but I guess we should, wrap up. Oh, Betty Sue, my cousin wife, starting to head on down to the trailer park. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Trailer Park, my first favoritist part of the week, where we review the freshest trailers.
Did you say favoritist?
My most favoritist parts of the week. It's all of the parts, but this is the part where we review the freshest trailers that have come to the interwebs over the last week. Yes. And we break them down for you with clever little descriptions. Then we discuss whether or not we think the film will be a big summer blowout or a big summer blunder.
Yeah.
So let's get rip-roaring straight into it with the first one, The Marksman.
The Marksman.
Now, oh boy, here we go again. Dylan adds to the notes. Well, you're not wrong, Dylan, because kicking off Trailer Park this week, we have everyone's favourite straight-to-DVD action star, Liam Neeson, becoming the protector of the innocent. Again! Here we find Neeson as a lonely rancher whose ranch aligns with the Mexican border. When a mother and her young son sneak across the border, Liam is like, what you doing? And then some Mexican thugs on the other side of the border, on the other side of the fence, pull up and want to kill the mother and son. But little do they know, Liam is like an experienced shooter, so he kills almost all of them. But the mum died. So now he's got to take care of a 10-year-old Mexican kid, of course named Miguel, and they are just the cutest odd couple. But anyway, coming to theaters in Australia late January.
Rambo Last Blood?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Is that the vibe you got after watching this?
Dude, that was the vibe I got in the first 30 seconds when I'm like, he's too old for the camera. Oh, he lives on a ranch.
And he has a gun and he's great at killing people.
Exactly, that's right. And he barely has to
I'm an ex-Marine and I was in the armed forces. You better not fuck with me, Mexican cartel. Anyway.
Exactly.
As Mitch said in that very clever description, it's just another case of Liam Neeson stepping into the shoes of a dude who's retired or whatever, and he has a special set of skills that make him deadly.
He's also losing the farm as well.
Oh,
no, the IRS is on his back.
I'll still probably see this.
Of course you will.
But at the same time, blooded. Wait, no.
No.
Blunder.
Yes, big summer blunder.
Yeah.
I'm saying big summer blunder as well because I see no substance to this film.
This is just like every other film he's done in the last number of years.
Except for that fucking boring love story one that I will never watch.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, I've already forgotten the name of it.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
Anyway,
but yeah, big summer blunder.
Yeah, big summer blunder from The Marksman. Yeah. Also, as we forgot to mention at the top of Trailer Park, while you're listening to this podcast, if you're watching live, bad fucking luck, but if you're listening to this later on all of those platforms, feel free to pause the podcast, watch the trailer, and then come back to it. So that was just The Marksman. I'll give you a moment. All right, moving on.
Exactly. That's right. You've had plenty of time to press pause. All right, here we go with the second trailer this week. We have We Can Be Heroes. Our second trailer this week isn't a Chris Lilly reboot of a terrible comedy we've all grown out of. No, this is the Christmas Day Netflix release we have all been waiting for. When aliens invade Earth and kidnap the entire world's superheroes, the Earth has no hope for survival. Oh no. Oh, does it? Who's going to stop the aliens that stop the superheroes? They're children, of course. The mini supers are on the hunt for some alien butt in this family-friendly comedy from the creators of Sharkboy and Lava Girl. To be completely honest, I am totally fucking jazzed for this movie, though, I mean, Sky High is one of my favourite films ever, and this is giving me strong vibes from that, except about the kids' bland grey outfits. Run out of budget much? Coming to Netflix on Christmas Day.
I'm so glad that this is a Netflix film.
Yeah.
Because as great as this film would be to see at the cinemas, I kind of just don't want to go to the cinemas to watch this. I'd rather just watch this at home.
Yeah.
It's got everybody's new upcoming favourite star of literally everything now, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
As well as, also, I think underrated, but he's fine in everything he's been in, and usually a standout but unrecognised Boyd Holbrook, who plays like the Superman kind of character. In this. But obviously, as you've said, like from the creators of Spy Kids, that...
No. I think Spy
Kids and Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Robert Rodriguez is back on the LSD, and he's made another film called We Can Be Heroes about all the mainstay superheroes have been kidnapped and taken by these aliens. So the kid heroes have to come together, and they don't have what we have. We've got teamwork. Shut up.
Literally, that was the key ingredient.
I'm pretty sure that was like the whole fucking theme of Avengers. About how they come together and they work together.
But these are kiddies.
These are kitties.
They're cute.
I mean,
throws around a big dude.
That scene.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty
awesome. They even put down cushions so that way they wouldn't hurt them.
That was adorable.
It was adorable. Yeah. Listen, like as much shit as I just put on this film, I'm keen as fuck. I have not seen, and I probably won't ever see Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, no, I never saw that either.
But I'm a fan of Spy Kids 1, and I'm not sure if I've seen all of the sequels. I swear I've seen 2 and 3.
Spy Kids 2 and 3 are just as fun. And then there was a fourth one that has nothing to do with anybody. Yeah. So we'll ignore that, even though it's Joel McHale and Jessica Alba. But anyway.
Ooh, I'm interested.
No, anyway, I know, but yeah. Anyway, but so Big Summer Blowout.
We Can Be Heroes. I'm giving it a Big Summer Blowout. I reckon it's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, moving on to our third trailer this week, we have Fatale. Our third trailer this week brings us a new psychological thriller from Lionsgate Films. Imagine you are a married man and you're out at the club with the boys and you see a smoking hot chick grinding on the dance floor and you think, when in Rome, she'll never find out, and you have a bit of fun. Big mistake, you terrible human, because what happens if the next night you're laying in bed with your wife with whom you just cheated on and a burglar breaks into your house and assaults you, so you call the police and bam! The lead investigator is the chick you fucked and you cheated on your wife with. Oh, well, that is going to be awkward as fuck. What's even worse, what if she's a master manipulator and is actually fucking with you because she feels like you scorned her? Oh, lordy, that is a pickle. Lesson here is, don't cheat on your wife. Also, don't fuck over Hilary Swank. Coming to theaters soon.
Don't fuck them crazy bitches, because you don't know what kind of industry they work in. And she, in this case, she's like a lead criminal investigator, and she's investigating the crime that you're involved in. And you fucked her a little while ago, and she's crazy.
And not only that, kind of hinting that she did it. Because when she's reading through, do you have any family or enemies or women you scorned? Like, it's like, oh shit.
She pissed that he hit and run.
Oh, big time. But
this movie looks fucking fantastic.
It really does.
I really like Hilary Swank. And the only film that I've seen her in that I didn't overly enjoy was I Am Mother.
Oh, yeah, the robot-y one or the future one, whatever.
Netflix film, which most people liked. I just wasn't a fan. But I really like Hilary Swank, you know, $1 Million Baby, The Karate Kid, whatever number it was. And what's that movie where they've all come flooded to me now and I can't remember the names of any of them.
Freedom Riders.
That's it. That's the one I was thinking of.
I knew it. Exactly. We're
and there was another one where she played like a transgender character, and she was going through the dramas of that and trying to deal with that.
You're talking about fucking No, see, now I'm thinking about Scarlett Johansson. No, not Scarlett. Charlize Theron in Monster.
That's a great movie too. Yeah, but there's a different film where I believe she plays a woman who
something about boy, soldier.
I'm a boy or some. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Soldier boy.
Soldier boy.
Tell him. Oh, you make me crack. Sorry.
I did the wrong dance. I'm so not a millennial. Anyway, Fatale looks fucking crazy, and the fact that Hilary Swank is just putting it on here, I love that idea.
No.
Cheated on his wife. Bad dude. All of a sudden, trying to get out of a murder that he might not have committed, but it looks like the drama is being caused by the crazy chick that he slept with that one night, and it's oh man, like
no, it looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's like a high school or you slept with who drama, but like for adults, and they're still just as crazy, but the stakes are a lot bigger now.
No, that's exactly right.
So one little mistake caused the rest of his life to be blah blah blah. And
but the best part that I like about this is the fact that who's the villain.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, you can't root for this guy because he's a scumbag.
Exactly. Yeah. And can you root for her because she's trying to like tear apart his life, which is inadvertently tearing apart the poor innocent wife's life? Maybe she's involved. Who knows? Let's find out. Lionsgate Films, Big Summer Blowout.
Big Summer Blowout for sure.
Right. The final trailer this week, we have I heard it in the trailer like 3 times.
Mauritian?
The Mauritanian
Mauritanian?
The Mauritanian, Mauritan.
IAN.
Thank you very much. All right, good Lord, what an absolute treat of a trailer we have to end things off with an absolutely stacked fucking cast. Kevin McDonald's film, The Mauritanian, looks absolutely thrilling. This trailer takes a look at a man who has been held at Guantanamo Bay Detention Center for nearly a decade with not a single charge being laid against him, only suspicions. When one of the best defense attorneys in the country decides to defend him, she finds herself in the middle of a heated battle with the US government about cover-ups, abuse, and forgery. Can she save an innocent man, or is she defending a killer? Coming to theaters hopefully in January 2021.
Did you see The Torture Report?
No, I didn't actually. The Adam Driver film?
Yeah.
No, that was an Amazon film?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah, watch that film because I feel that the stories are very similar.
Yeah.
You know, because they go about... they talk about, like, you know, what people would... what the government was doing to people to try and extract information surrounding the 9/11 events.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, the Torture Report was more about the shit that they were doing and the cover-ups.
That's exactly right.
This seems very personal, like drama-driven, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just saying, like, both the films share a situation, share a narrative, which I think if you're into this, you'd be right into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want, like, I got to watch half of this trailer because trying to watch this before this recording, my internet was fucking up. And I got about halfway through.
Of course it was.
I wasn't really, apart from what you've just mentioned with where the story is going, that's all I really know about it, and I'm not overly familiar with the events that happened there. But I just want to give a shout out to the fucking cast. I'm so glad that Shailene Woodley is back on the big screen.
Right?
Technically,
yes.
She's fantastic.
Absolutely.
And alongside Jodie Foster as well.
Yes.
Benedict Cumberbatch and Zachary Levi.
Yes.
This film is stacked and it's telling a very hard-hitting, emotionally driven story about a particular event and a person involved.
Yep.
About a very real event throughout American history. Which is still, I mean, obviously it was 20 years ago or so now, or close to it, but it's still a massive event in history that people are still digging up information about now.
Well, they're still making films based around it.
That's right. And they will be forever, I think. So,
but this one, though, looks fucking amazing.
Looks phenomenal.
Looks absolutely stellar.
Yeah.
Big summer blowout. All grand schemes.
Yep.
Everything. I can't wait to watch this film.
Absolutely. Anyway, just to recap on that, we've had The Marksman, which is, oh boy, here we go again. Yet another Liam Neeson film that says, speaks words. It speaks volumes.
Volumes.
And
words.
It does speak words.
Sometimes words.
Yeah. We Can Be Heroes, the latest crazy LSD-driven film from Robert Rodriguez about children.
Coming to Netflix.
That's right. Fatale about... Don't fuck around Hilary Swank or she'll fuck you around. And then, of course, with the Mauritian.
Yeah, the Maraschino Cherry.
Maraschino Cherry.
Just look up Jodie Foster. It's an upcoming film. Or Benedict Cumberbatch.
Zachary Levi, Shailene Woodley, whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, that's the recap on Trailer Park this week, and it's absolutely stacked. So we've got some great movies to look forward to. But anyway...
Time to sing.
That's loud.
It's time for Yas or Parts, Excited or Blighted.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Yas or Parts, Excited or Blighted. This is the segment where we look at the films coming to theaters near us locally, but for yourself, check your local guidances. Make sure that you know what's coming near you. Now, we have 3 films on offer this week. Release date, December 10th is the week that we are looking at. And let's just get straight into it, shall we? Now, the first cab off the rank is one that is already available in America on select streaming services, I believe.
Yep.
We have The Witches.
The Witches,
A remake of the Roald Dahl classic from a year in the 90s, maybe?
Maybe. Close, 1990.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, this new iteration starring Anne Hathaway, Octavia Spencer, Stanley Tucci, and Chris Rock as well, plays a voice, I believe.
Exactly, and ruins the entire plot. The fact that the kid's like, oh my god, I'm going to die, but he's being voiced over by his adult self.
That's right. Anyway, The Witches is the latest adaptation, and people are saying it's great. There's a little bit of controversy with the disabled community blowing up about the design of The Witches, but just remember it's a movie.
No, exactly. But
and they weren't
the
intending
dysmorphia community.
The intention was not to harm or insult anybody.
No, exactly.
It's literally that she's a witch. That's offensive to anybody with a big nose.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks good.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I'm still keen on Happiest Season.
And you are welcome to go and see that. But anyway, I'm going to jump down to the third one quickly before we get to the second one. Okay, just because I think the third... Anyway, I'm going down to the third one is The Furnace. This one is a somewhat foreign film as well. It is I believe it's spoken in English and Cantonese, if I'm not mistaken, and it is a history western type film basically, and to escape the outback, a young Afghan Kamala falls in love with a mysterious bushman on the run with a stolen crown of gold. How does that sound to you?
Blighted.
It's actually half Australian.
I get that, but
yeah.
that's still Blighted because the second option on the list is one that we've looked at Trailer Park a little while ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, Bill Blighted, The Furnace. Yep. I believe it's an Australian production, so support Australian cinema, but not that one. Yep. Anyway, the final option that we have this week, which I think is obviously the choice out of these three. Yep. But whether or not you see it all happiest season, that's up to you. But we have Words on Bathroom Walls. Yep. Now, this one I remember for Trailer Park, and we watched it, and it looks hella fucking good.
It does look good. I don't remember much about the trailer now, like looking back at it, but I remember enjoying it.
Yes.
The cast, we've got Walton Goggins. That's enough.
Of course. And I believe he's playing a preacher in this one, or something like that, but from the trailer. But no, that's right. Andy Garcia is Father Patrick. Yes, exactly. He is the preacher. But basically, this one you have a young couple, essentially a boy who has severe schizophrenia and can visualize and see all of the things running through his head. Yeah. And so he struggles with that. And then there's this girl who's like, "You're different. What's up with you?" And he's like, "Fuck off. I can't. I'm crazy." You know? And it's just a story about him saying, "I don't want to hurt you," and she's like, "No, I love you. I want to."
All of that jazz. Exactly. That young teenage romance, but one of them's got something going on. Anyway, it does look a great film, and I will give it a yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I do want to see this.
This is exciting for me. I've been waiting for this film.
In saying that, like if I had already seen Happiest Season, I'd be down for this. But I really want to see Happiest Season,
and that is fine with me, my friend. So you want to go and see Happiest Season? Yep. Done. And I will go and see Words on Bathroom Walls, and we'll do a joint review next week. Beautiful. You can tell me whether I was right or wrong about Happiest Season from our YouTube review. Excellent. And I'll tell you all about Words on Bathroom Walls.
Beautiful. Well, that's it for Yas or Pass this week. That's our selections for films coming to cinemas this Thursday and the weekend. The Witches, Words on Bathroom Walls, and The Furnace. Let us know if you are going to the cinemas to see any of these or anything that's happened.
Or if you're an international viewer, what are you watching at home?
What are you watching at home?
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, if you're thirsty for a recommendation, may I suggest taking a dream from this stream being service? I love it. My favorite song each week because it's terrible. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm just going to run through some suggestions from 4 of my favorite services right now. Yep. Netflix. John Mulaney, an incredible stand-up comedian. There's a couple of specials of his, Kid Gorgeous and it's not New in Town, Kid Gorgeous and The Comeback Kid. John Mulaney. On Netflix. Definitely go and watch him. He's fucking hilarious. On Stan, classic. We mentioned Eugene Levy and Dan Levy in the
We
YouTube
totally
review.
missed what we've watched this week.
Oh, yeah, we did. Exactly. But anyway. American Pie. Yep. Absolute classic. Amazon Prime. Go and watch Brightburn. Yeah. Elizabeth Banks and fucking crazy Superman-like child who murders people for fun. Yeah. Yes, exactly. On Shudder, go and watch Scanners 2 and 3 because we mentioned David Cronenberg with Brandon Cronenberg's film Possession last week. So David Cronenberg-based films, Scanners 2 and 3 on Shudder now.
Excellent. And after looking up, information about Possessor, and looking back at Scanners, like obviously that's a film that I do really need to check out. Now I've discovered, and now's a place that I do still need to get access to. Yes. I shall certainly do that. But anyway, back to what we've watched very quickly. The only thing I've watched is more of The Queen's Gambit.
Oh, really? Yeah. And how is Anya doing?
It's still great.
Yeah, fuck yeah. How many episodes debut now?
I think it's 7 episodes in total, but I think I'm up to episode 5.
Yeah, cool.
I kind of just kept them going, and I've lost track of like when one stopped and when one started. Yeah. So I'm not sure how far through I am. That's right. But anyway, it's excellent. It's exceptional. It's exceptional.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's Anya.
Yeah, for sure. Did you watch anything or not?
No.
Anyway, that's been our show, ladies and gentlemen. Time to wrap it up for this week's stream and podcast. Thank you, everybody who's tuned into our very new Twitch channel, twitch.tv/2C3pod. But most importantly, social media. If you do want to interact with us outside of our streams that we do this live, you can certainly find us over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at 2C3pod.
Absolutely, and wherever you're listening to us, thank you again for your continued support. We appreciate you greatly. If there's a way to review, rate, subscribe, follow on your platform, please make sure to do that. Apple Podcasts, 5 stars goes a long, long way, so thank you for that. But we do have a cliche slogan, of course, Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course, YouTube, Big Summer Blowout.
If you want to support the show as well financially, you can certainly do so by getting yourself a little bit of merchandise over at TeePublic and Redbubble.com, as well as joining our Patreon.
Absolutely, Patreon. Patreon, where there's so many extra bonuses for you guys. There's extra episodes, there's bonus episodes, early episodes, there's automatic entry into all giveaways, there's everything you could think of. There's exclusive stickers and stuff, but most importantly, you get a fucking shout out because you're a legend.
That's right.
I always get abusive when I get to these shout outs.
You do.
Fucking do it. But anyway, we do have our hero, Alice Redder. Thank you so much. And our bloody legends, Courtney Harris, Matching, Parks and Degradation, Beth and Dodgy Blade, and of course Elle. Thank you for your continued support. We appreciate you guys so much.
That's
But
right.
On top of that, we also have PayPal, twoscompany3podcast@gmail.com, but that email is also universal for business inquiries.
That's exactly right. But we've got a new podcast episode every single Thursday morning releasing at 2 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So certainly head over to those links that we said above to subscribe and leave a rating and all of that jazz on all of those platforms. With all of these episodes, with what you've just witnessed, news and reviews, what we've watched, Trailer Park, Yas or Pass, and streaming services recommendations, most importantly. We've also got videos on YouTube.
That's right. We do have YouTube, of course. Just search 2C3Pod, a la the socials, and of course Twitch. Just search 2C3Pod on YouTube, find the channel there, subscribe, ring that goddamn bell, and there's a brand new video every single week.
That's right. You can certainly find me over on twitch.tv twitch.tv/Dylan2C3Pod for the occasional violent video games.
That's right. And Mitchell 2C3Pod on Twitch as well for the occasional not streaming at the moment.
Yeah, well, eventually. Anyway,
exactly.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this. Make sure you hit that follow button on this new Twitch channel as well so we can get this pumping. My name is Dylan, and as always, with my co-host,
Mitchell. And do not forget, we are Two's Company, and you are the podcast. Didn't say. Promise. This one's intriguing. Thank you for sticking around post-closing song, ladies and gentlemen, as always, for our weekly trivia. I was going to say bi-weekly, and I'm like, no, it's just weekly.
It's just weekly. It's been
yes,
for
our
a while
weekly
now.
trivia,
Yeah.
that's right, where our current scorecard is still an embarrassing 20 of 42, 43. 43 for me, and then Dylan is trailing by 1, and I think we maybe have about 3-4 weeks worth of trivia left, so I'm trying to wrap it up and Dylan's trying to catch up, so
yeah, we'll
what do
see.
you got for us?
Anyway, let's see if you get this one. I'm not sure how familiar you are with these films, but
lovely.
you might. These might be your favorite franchise, and I'm just like, oh well, we'll see. Anyway, in Lethal Weapon 2, Detective Mortu? Is that how you?
You're a big fan.
Murtuff? Yeah, anyway, Detective such and such finds himself in a less than fortunate situation, sitting on the trigger of a bomb. The bomb is attached to... A long
Well, it's
question.
obviously not his anus.
His
The
rectum.
bomb is attached to...
Finds himself in less than a fortunate situation when sitting on the trigger of a bomb. What is the bomb attached to?
Oh, he's sitting on the trigger of the bomb. Right, okay.
Yeah, and if he hops up, obviously, it'll explode. But what is he sitting on?
No.
Yeah,
What is the bomb attached
what is the
to?
bomb attached to? Well,
Come
he's
on,
sitting on it.
see, this is what I'm trying to do with people. How can I get that right? I'm going to say it's attached to a bus.
Okay, so he finds himself sitting on the trigger of a bomb. The bomb is attached to a bus.
Yeah?
His toilet seat. Because he's sitting on it.
Yeah, but he's sitting on the trigger.
Yeah, which if he gets up
Yeah, you
off the
can have
toilet...
all my triggers.
If he sits off the toilet... Anyway, you got it wrong. Let's see what mine is.
Anyway.
See if I can do any better.
Well, let's embarrass yourself, shall we, Dylan? In the gangster movie Goodfellas.
Oh, I love this movie, but I'll probably get this
Oh,
wrong.
shit, I was thinking of Godfather. I was like, he hasn't ever seen it. Who played the part of Henry Hill?
Oh, shit. Oh, now I don't name character names. Henry Hill. That's not the main character, is it? I can't remember. Well, we've got 3 options. We've got Joe Pesci, we've got Robert De Niro, and we've got... Oh, fuck, what's his name? The lead actor's guy. What's his name? Man.
The actor guy.
Yeah. Ray Liotta, is that his name?
That's the other one, yeah.
And what was his character's name again?
This one's Henry Hill.
Henry Hill? That's definitely not any of those guys. I genuinely don't know.
Have we given up?
I'm giving a pass, yep.
It's Ray Liotta.
Oh, you're fucking kidding.
If I'm not going to get it right, neither are you, bitch. I gave you nothing. I gave you nothing to work with.
Oh, damn.
I love it.
Anyway, thanks for listening to this podcast. It's an embarrassing movie news podcast. We don't know anything about movies. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
We try.